summertime, 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 summertime. Shut them books and throw 'em away. Say goodbye to those good days. Look alive and change your ways. It's summertime. No more studying history and no more reading to.
All right, 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, it is summertime. We've had summertime now for about an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, my God. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is June 21st, 2018. Good morning. You're listening to The Source. This show is called AM Ocala Live. This is WOCA. I'm just so distracted by this song, Rob. All right. Well, there you go. It is summertime. Good morning, Robin. How you doing? Welcome to summertime.
I'm good, Larry. How are you? And welcome to you for summertime.
It is summertime.
It's great.
Summertime started at 6:07 a.m. this morning. So as you slept, springtime was having its last hurrah. I don't know if you heard the party outside. Springtime said, well, we're having a party. We're going to take a break, and we're going to let summertime move in right now. And
nice.
Yeah, so welcome to summertime.
Welcome to summer.
Now what do we do? Now that
go to the beach.
Now go to the beach.
I mean, those jellyfish, they can't be all bad, right?
Did you hear that story about the jellyfish?
Yeah, I did. I heard you. That was
my
really
gosh.
something.
What are they getting into bathing suits now? I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
have you ever heard of that? Jellyfish getting into bathing suits? What the heck is that about?
I know. We're going to have to get the bathing suits skimpier and tighter. That's all there is to it. There you go. It's a ploy by the fashion industry. That's what it is.
You think maybe if there were no bathing suits, we wouldn't have any problems?
I don't think so. Because if an animal is trapped, it tries to get out. So there you go.
What? Okay. All right. Let's see. 7:35. We have, exactly like what we were just doing. Silly stuff and commentary on the news. There's actually a local story I wanted to ask you to offer some commentary on regarding. It's a couple of years old, really. It's regarding that prayer vigil on the downtown square that some people had an issue with. But
oh, yeah.
Anyway, so.
Gee,
everybody
needs to get along.
There's always somebody who doesn't understand the Constitution. There's always somebody.
I know, and then those people think that everybody else should bow down to them. I'm right.
All right, hold your opinion. We'll wait.
Okay,
Just give it a 4. It's come on, summertime. Come on.
It is summertime.
Give
it's
it a
wonderful.
break. It's summertime.
I know.
Not summer.
Looks like butterflies have crashed into the window.
Summertime.
Summer.
Yeah, like
summer.
Summertime.
Summertime.
See, these are the authorities on how to pronounce it.
There you go. Put that in today's school with this order of
Do you know
operation.
who I always picture with that song?
What's that?
Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy.
Oh yeah.
I think he performed that on Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley. All right, let me see what we're doing this morning. We will talk about the news at 7:35. Galen Unold at 8:05. Oh, there's a new trend. I love this trend. There's some advice for you ladies that you might want to consider marrying a dork. Because apparently dorky guys are not the guys that are mistreating women. They mind their P's and Q's. They follow the good book, and they say, you know what, I don't touch a lady until we're ready. And so dorks apparently, getting some high marks from you ladies. They're probably not going to be fooling around on you. So anyway, so it's interesting though. So I have some ways to realize if you are a dork.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting story.
Very.
Yeah, reasons why you should try dating and marrying a dork. However, I did find an article from ladies who have already married a dork and some things you need to be aware of when you get yourself into that circumstance. Oh my gosh, it's kind of a fun topic. So we'll do that. We'll do that with Galen at 8:05. 8:35 is when you and I read the news. Keep our opinions to ourselves. We do not attempt to be entertaining. If you're a news person, a news junkie, whatever you want to call yourself, it's just plain news, and you don't have to put up with the shenanigans of 2 radio hosts.
No.
Or 3, depending on who's in the studio.
Exactly.
Speaking of who's in the studio, 9:05, Dr. Jose Torres and Dr. Howard Eskelson will be in the studio. I'm not so sure about Dr. Eskelson. I thought he was retiring, but
Yeah, but Dr. Torres said he was going to keep coming in.
okay.
But that was last month. We'll see
So they'll be coming
what
in
it is this month.
from the VA, and they are doctors here in Ocala, and they will help you by answering questions about health issues. Maybe they'll talk about what you can do now that it is summertime, because it is summertime. Thank you for the correct pronunciation, Lenny.
There you go.
Lori Williams will be on. She'll be talking about summertime at 10:05. She's with Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery. We'll be finding out what we can do in the summertime to make our gardens grow the way they should in summertime.
That's right.
Captain Dave Marciano is from National Geographic. He's got a TV show called Wicked Tuna.
Yep.
Wicked Tuna.
He's the captain of the ship Hard Merchandise.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump says he'll end the policy of separating families who enter the country illegally. How children taken away already will be reunited with their parents is still being worked out. The president says there's still zero tolerance of illegal border crossings and again blames Democrats for the lack of immigration reform.
Democrats don't care about the impact of uncontrolled migration on your communities, your schools, your hospitals, your jobs, or your safety.
He spoke at a rally in Duluth, Minnesota. The fashion designer Kate Spade's funeral's today in Kansas City, Missouri. She was from there.
Spade was working as an accessories editor at Mademoiselle magazine when she launched her global empire in 1993. The 55-year-old died June 5th in New York City of an apparent suicide. She leaves behind a husband and 13-year-old daughter.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Pros in the know start with Lowe's, because Lowe's saves pros money toward their bottom line when they shop during our Cobalt Tool Savings Event. Stop in today for great deals like up to 35% off select Cobalt tools and tool storage, including our Cobalt 24-volt max half-inch drive brushless cordless impact wrench kit, now for just $199. So, Pro, now that you know, let's get started. Offer valid through 7/9 while supplies last. See store for details. U.S. only.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. 4 internet cafes in Ocala were raided and closed yesterday because of alleged illegal gambling activities. The Ocala City Council has voted to vacate a judgment that the city of Ocala violated the so-called Establishment Clause of the First Amendment of the Constitution by organizing a prayer vigil on the downtown Ocala Square in September 2014. An endangered Florida panther has been struck and killed by a vehicle in Hendry County. Only about 230 Florida panthers remain in the wild. Defense attorneys for Florida school shooting suspect Nicholas Cruz are asking a judge to order investigators to preserve most evidence in the case except for the building where the Valentine's Day massacre took place. Orlando International Airport is becoming the first in the nation to require a face scan of passengers on all arriving and departing international flights. And lifeguards in Volusia County have reported 3,000 jellyfish stings in the last 2 weeks. And that is your news brief from The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. And this Thursday, clouds and sun with a thunderstorm in a few places, high 88 to 92. Clear to partly cloudy Thursday night, low 72 to 76. For Friday and Saturday, intervals of clouds and sun with a shower and thunderstorm in the area each day. The high both days between 88 and 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Listen up, Ocala, because I'm here to tell you of the money-saving event you've been waiting for at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. It's a BOGO, a buy one, get one on crepe myrtles. Yes, this week, every crepe myrtle in Bob Wine's huge inventory is buy one, get one free. All colors, all sizes, small to large, are on BOGO, including pinks and whites, reds, purples, peppermints, even the exotics like black diamonds. And while you're there, check out Bob's other deals, like starter daylilies for just $1.99, budded and blooming canna lilies at $19.99, also on BOGO. All your favorite fruit trees are on sale this week, too, at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, just east of Lake Beer Avenue. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Did you get your tickets yet to see the paranormal acrobats of the air, illusionists, freaks, mysterious creatures of all elements that make one think of a normal circus? But that of normal has very little. Get ready, Ocala. Paranormal Cirque is here now for the shows June 21st to the 24th. A crazy yet fun fusion between circus, theater, and cabaret in perfect harmony with the evolution of a dark show that brings you back to where we dreamed and when we had nightmares and fantasies. This is truly a paranormal experience like no other. So mark your calendars now. June 21st to the 24th under the black and red Big Top, located at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. Tickets start at just $20. You can get $2 off every ticket in any level with promo code WICKED. Visit ParanormalCirque.com now.
Thank you, Joe. And by the way, we have a couple of the performers from the Paranormal Cirque coming into the studio this morning. They are, let me tell you their names, Nicolette Kaz Fornassari and Valentina Nietzsche. I believe they are from Italy. One's Milan, Italy. One's from Sarasota. And the other one's from Milano, Italy.
Yeah, that's the way it was written.
And I believe there's a third person who will be driving them here in a hearse. I don't quite get the macabre thing. I thought paranormal and macabre were two different things, but maybe in Italy they're
interlaced.
They're the same. So that'll be fun. And our segment today with Joe, Midday with Joe, adult day camps for summertime.
Nice.
The adult day camps. Now, not exactly what you might be thinking.
Play at Linda Beach.
No, that's not what I don't think it's that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's not a day camp. That's a beach.
Well, yeah, but you can.
Yeah, you can be naked.
That's right.
If you want to see a bunch of fat
there
men,
if you want to,
with no clothes on, just see a bunch of fat men. They're all there. I don't think I want to go there. I'm just waiting for that rocket ship to take off. This Cape Kennedy is right over there.
That's right.
They do say Cape Kennedy. That wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, I bet they do.
That's how they say it. Cape Kennedy. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about the news. Something light first. Something light. Hey, if you're into ham radio, there's a ham radio club gathering this weekend, both days, correct?
Yep.
At St. George Anglican Cathedral grounds at 5646 Southeast 28th Street. If you've ever wanted to be the owner-operator of a ham radio, these guys know how to get you started and know the answers to all of your questions. It's the 2018 Amateur Radio Field Day. Again, it's the Silver Springs Radio Club that is doing this. They have a website. It's incredibly dorky. I think.
Well, see,
truly,
there you go.
These guys are perfect candidates for the modern husband.
Exactly. They're fun guys.
Yes, they are.
They're
which is more than one fungus. And the fact that I use that joke every time I hear fun guys means I'm a dork. See, you see?
Oh, I see. There you go.
Yeah, it definitely makes me a dork. Anyway, their website is http:// and I say that only because I don't think you used the 3 W's.
No.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Don't ask me why. I'm not them. They know why.
The 3 W's don't work.
Okay, so
I tried
so the address is k4gso.us, as in what starts with K? Knife?
Oh, no, it wouldn't be
Kitchen?
good.
Kitchen. Then the number 4. Then G as in George, S as in Sam, O as in Oscar.
There
.us. Oh my gosh, they couldn't have come up with a better way.
But it's a 24-hour event. It starts at 2 o'clock on Saturday and runs 24 hours continuously until 2 the next afternoon. So you're no matter what time of day or evening, you'll be able to go there, speak to the ham radio guys. They're going to have vendors there on site, food trucks. It's going to be a really super event.
Do you know, I have a feeling that if I went to summer camp with these guys and we all played hide and seek, they'd be using Morse code by doing clicking noises with their tongues.
Oh,
and
yeah.
nobody
yeah.
would know what they were talking about except for them.
Exactly.
I would lose that game every time. I'm behind the tree.
I bet you they draw a lot of squirrels.
What?
Yeah, the squirrels.
Oh, the squirrels
they
make that kind of noise.
shattering noise.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
They
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they're going to steal their
Right.
nuts or something.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I had a squirrel digging up in my front yard yesterday and just sitting there eating the nuts. It's like, okay.
All right.
8 o'clock at night, I thought they were in bed by then.
One on the sort of lighter side, but it's definitely something to take note of. If you go to the beach, apparently lots of jellyfish over there, which is kind of cool, but in a way, dangerous, especially if you have little children. I mean, if you have little children, you don't want the little kids to get bit by or stung by a jellyfish. 3,000 stings so far just this last 2 weeks.
Gosh.
3,000 of them. One report said that you could see a blanket of jellyfish on the surface of the water.
Isn't that something?
The jellyfish that were forming the blanket were called, hold on, I have it right here, clear moon jellyfish.
Oh.
I looked it up. These are the exact same jellyfish that they had at the aquarium, at the Florida Aquarium. The big, pretty one. Not big, but maybe the size of a hand.
Yeah, those kind of.
Just
okay.
real pretty, just moving up and down. Well,
Yeah.
apparently they sting. They hurt you.
Wow.
They don't want you to... Well, they'd never get older. They don't age. That's what we learned at the aquarium.
That's right, exactly.
They're the same age their whole life.
Exactly.
The other one, and this is actually more frightening to me, these are the butterfly jellyfish, the sea butterflies. They get into the bathing suits. Oh, my gosh. What would you do? I mean, you wouldn't even know it was a jellyfish. All of a sudden you'd feel, hey, what was that?
Yeah, exactly. And your hands would be down there and you'd try to take your suit off real quick.
Well, maybe I'll go to the beach.
There you go.
That sounds like a fun thing to observe.
Yeah. See people dancing in the water and their clothing is flying everywhere.
You have a viral video for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me do that. Anyway, so there, okay, we'll stick to the light side for a second here. Let me go to the phone. Good morning, you're on the air.
Morning.
Hello, you?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I got bit by a jellyfish when I visited Hawaii a few years back, and let me tell you, it's a terrible experience. It's like having a bad case of poison ivy, a really bad case, and I didn't know what to do. And of course, when we were swimming, there were no lifeguards and nothing. It was out in no man's land, more or less. And when I got back to the motel, they knew right away because I guess everybody that visits us there sooner or later gets bit by one of those things. But they use vinegar. They put vinegar on it, and it almost helps right away.
I heard peanut butter helps. Is that not true?
I would probably eat the peanut butter before I put on the jellyfish thing.
Well, that's a good idea. Pack vinegar when we go to the beach.
So vinegar works?
Yeah, that's what I heard on TV the other day, that these all the lifeguards down here at Daytona Beach have vinegar on hand, and then they just apply that to the area that was stung, and I guess you get relief pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Well, I don't want to find out, but I guess if I need to, it'd be nice to have it.
That's in my first aid kit now when I go to the beach.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say real quick, this is the longest day of the year. And now the days are going to get shorter, so now we're on the big turn towards the light up Ocala.
That's right. It's coming up. It's not that far away either.
Just jumping ahead.
I know it's going to be here.
There'll be Christmas stuff in the stores.
Yeah, just jumping ahead because you know what it is.
Summertime, summertime.
It's summertime. Yeah, sorry. Hey, thank you, Hugh.
I feel like we had a couple of months of summer already.
It feels
like
good.
it. Yeah, but it just started this morning, so we didn't.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. In Wisconsin, it starts today. In Florida, it started back in March, I think.
Yeah, right.
Hey, okay, here's the debatable story, or the story if you want to comment on. You can comment on any of these stories, actually. So the Ocala City Council voted to vacate a judgment signed by U.S. District Judge Timothy J. Corrigan back in May that the City of Ocala and Police Chief Greg Graham violated the First Amendment of the United States Constitution by organizing a prayer vigil in September 2014. Now, you might remember this. The mayor, Kent Gwynn, was also named, and then they took his name off of this. There were four people, who didn't like the idea that government officials had asked for some prayer and had organized a prayer vigil on the town square because, well, these guys work for the government, and because that's public property, and because the Constitution says, wait, what does the Constitution say? It says Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. And somehow these four people thought that by having a prayer vigil, that therefore Congress must have established or made a law respecting the religion. Come on.
Yeah, don't they know how to read?
That's apparently what they thought. And guess what? So did the judge. That's the scary part. A judge actually went along with them. So getting back to so that's 2014, okay? It's been a said and done deal. They had to pay the fine of a big $3 per plaintiff.
There you go. They went to McDonald's on that money.
Which was $3 each. Yeah. Times 4.
You can get a cheeseburger.
They also had to pay attorney's fees, so that probably was a little costly, I would imagine. But anyway, so the Ocala City Council has voted to vacate that judgment from from May. Okay? So does anybody know what that means?
No, I don't.
In the legal context, I did my Google search. A motion to vacate is a formal request to overturn a court's earlier judgment. How about that?
There you go.
This is not an appeal. This is a request to overturn it. This typically involves an attorney filing a written legal motion for consideration by a judge. So if the city council has decided to vacate them, then stand up and applaud your city council.
There you go. Thank you very much. You know how to read.
Absolutely. Come on. There is no way that the founding fathers of this country didn't think it was appropriate or thought it was inappropriate for the mayor of a city to ask people to pray on the town square.
Yeah.
Or the chief of police in this case. There's no way that that's what our founding fathers meant when they established this First Amendment, which is that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Because Congress did not make a law that respects an establishment of religion. Shame on U.S. District Judge Timothy J. Corrigan for going along with this stupid, frivolous lawsuit.
Shame on you.
The lawsuit,
Timothy,
by the way, filed by the four unnamed residents of Marion County, were represented by the American Humanist Association, who were offended that elected officials and city employees, meaning police officers, were expressing their belief in God on public property. If you remember, the reason for this was there was a drive-by shooting that injured some children in our community.
Exactly, on the west side. And we wanted
and
prayers.
They believe that people can be good without God. And that's their position. We don't need God to be good. We can be good without God. And let me tell you something. Do you know what religious people think? Exactly the same thing. Religious people also think that you can be bad with God. Religious people know that the reason you go to God, the reason you go to church is because you recognize within yourself that you haven't been that great, that you really need a little bit of fixing up.
Yeah.
You're not perfect. You have sinned, and I know the humanists don't even believe that there is such a thing as sin. But that's what was happening. And so if you have a fear in your community that your children might be hurt by somebody in a drive-by shooting, if you are religious, you ask God, could you please protect the children? That's what you do. That's what the prayer is about. Would you please protect our community? Would you please help us help them? As police officers, we want to be there for them. We want to help them. And if you wouldn't mind protecting us as well. It is not, and it is not an effort to show that you're good only because of God. And it is the most unbelievable. I am just astounded in the ignorance of the people who don't understand what a religious person believes. Jesus said, and I printed it up, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh. And Robin, you're better at this than me. I did look it up this morning, but I forgot. I either didn't print it or forgot to print it. But it said something about you will do greater things than these. You will do greater things than these. Jesus is himself saying that you as human beings will do some great things.
Exactly.
Some great things. So why not, among those great things, figure out a way to put an end to violence? Mm-hmm. I mean, why couldn't that be an effort on the part of our elected officials, our chief of police, our police officers?
Exactly.
You know, if religion is your belief, and you believe that there is no God, then that is your religion. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But by definition, that is what you believe. You believe there is no God, therefore your religion is atheism.
Exactly.
Or agnosticism, if you will. Mm-hmm. That would be the person who's not sure.
Yeah. And why don't those four guys come forward and tell us their names? They're cowards. They're hiding behind the humanist society.
That's besides the point. The point is they step forward. The point is that we know the judge's name, and the judge. I want to say to you, city council folks, you guys, you did the right thing.
Yeah, you did.
You taught me something about what the word vacate means when it says vacate a judgment. So, but besides that, it's just come on. I mean, you guys did the right thing. That's the right thing to do.
That's right.
Now, maybe the judge isn't going to go along with it because, egos do prevail.
Yes, they do.
In this world, big shots want to believe that they know more than anybody else. Everybody wants to believe they know more than everybody else.
Exactly. They do.
But if we're going to be governed, if we're going to live under the rule of law, if we're going to live by a constitution, then you have to say that Constitution is what we go by, and don't tell me for 1 second that a police chief or a mayor or a city police officer or anybody standing on the gazebo in downtown Ocala is somehow the equivalent of Congress establishing a law that organizes a religion.
That's so ludicrous.
That establishes a religion, sorry.
Exactly. That's so ludicrous.
How is that even close to what the Constitution says?
No, innocent children were fired at because of the idiots that.
All right, what else? We have about 230 Florida panthers left in the state.
Oh.
It is an endangered species, and nobody's blaming anybody for this news piece, but it is something you should pay attention to. One of those panthers died when it was hit by a vehicle. I'm not blaming the car, it's just the way it's going to be. There's going to be animals running into the roadway. It's just part of what this...
Especially when it's dark.
Yeah. Well,
anytime.
I don't know what time of day it was, but yeah. They're fast, I would imagine. I mean, cats are fast.
Yeah.
So it could be daytime, yeah. I hear what you're saying, but even a deer, I mean, they're fast.
Yeah, I mean,
even that cow that ran in front of us, we had no clue.
Exactly. No, all of a sudden, whoop, there it was.
They're tearing down the building that was the scene of the Valentine's Day massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida.
Oh.
They don't want that building up anymore. They'll be tearing it down, and so that will continue to happen. However, defense attorneys are asking a judge to preserve most of the rest of the evidence. The building is the one thing they're saying you can tear that down. It won't matter. A hearing was set for today on motions seeking to preserve evidence, including field notes made by law enforcement officials that may have some bearing on the case. The 19-year-old who committed those murders faces the death penalty if he's convicted.
Good. Get rid of him. Just get rid of them. We don't need those bad guys around at all.
Orlando International Airport is becoming the first in the nation to require a face scan of passengers on all arriving and departing international flights. The expected announcement is today at Orlando International Airport. Some privacy advocates are concerned about that. My concern is this. There's a doctor in Crystal River who I've never met. But apparently he looks just like me.
Yeah. People thought you were kidding when you said you weren't him. They said, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, people thought I was lying to them when I was saying I was not who you think I am.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and they were looking at me like directly in front of me. They were with me.
That's right.
So my concern about this face scan thing is this. Sir, whoever you are, do not break the law.
Yeah.
Do not break the law. Because if I get a face scan and they think I'm you and you broke the law,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
That's right. Plus, he's going to court. So he's getting sued.
Let's see. 4 internet cafes were raided and closed yesterday because of alleged illegal gambling activities in those establishments.
Is it the one up by me?
The addresses are 3601 South Pine.
Uh-huh.
So that's not near you.
No.
9360 South US 441.
Nope. 233
Northeast 58th Avenue.
No.
And 3520 West County Road 326.
Nope. The one by me is still intact.
So, I mean, what sets them apart? One is a game of chance, one is a game of skill.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you have a game of skill, it's legal. Why? I don't understand that. Why is bingo legal?
Exactly.
Bingo is not a game of skill.
No, it's a game of chance. And you've got that big bingo parlor in Dunellen.
What the heck?
It's huge. The Catholic churches have their big bingo events. I don't know why some are acceptable and some aren't. No, the internet cafes, they're not hurting anybody.
Well, that may be true, and that's a good debate point. But I'm just trying to figure out from a legal perspective.
Yeah, what's the difference?
If it's illegal to have a game of chance, then how is it possible that we have bingo halls? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's right. And they're big. Those bingo halls are big. They have a lot of people. They make a lot of money. One in Dunellen on 484 and Highway 41, right on the corner. It's huge.
I used to play bingo all the time.
Yeah,
I used to be the bingo caller.
Yep, you were the king of the bingo.
And just to prove that how of a dork I am, every time I said B12, the vitamin, B12.
You hated saying B9, though.
B9, yes, you don't. No, B9 is a good one. You want to be B9.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So you're a dork, too.
I am. What can I say? Proud of it.
A funeral service for fashion designer Kate Spade will be held today in Kansas City, Missouri, which is where she was born. She was known for her iconic handbags. She was 55 years old when she killed herself June 5th. Wow, taking a long time to do her funeral, huh?
Yeah.
Her husband and business partner, Andy Spade, said Kate had been battling depression, and many of her celebrity friends who mourned her passing also urged greater awareness of depression and suicide prevention.
So how come they didn't notice and step up more to the plate with her?
In lieu of flowers, Spade's family is asking for donations to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The ASPCA, Robin.
Yep.
Today is the summer solstice, the first day of summer.
Nice. I guess I'm overdressed.
Summertime, summertime.
Let's see. To celebrate, here's some top summer things you should do. You should bond with your family while you're on the road. Some of the best states to drive through and the worst are available if you want to get that list.
Okay.
That's a crazy list. Okay. Don't forget the necessities with a packing list when you send your kid to camp. And don't forget later on our midday chat with Joe, we have some adult summer camps for you to go to.
Yep.
If you have a newborn child or young child with you, make sure you get the doctor to know. Let the doctor know you're going on a road trip because, he might have some ideas for you.
Summertime.
When you come out of the shade, like we see here every day, the people pushing strollers, when they come out of the shade into the sun, those children squash their eyes real quick and turn their heads because the sun is right in their eyes, and some of the adults don't seem to notice.
Hey, we had
Very hard.
We had
very
a discussion
sad.
with the ladies and gentleman. There's one guy who usually comes in from Ocala, and they were telling us that the more you protect your eyes with sunglasses in the course of your lifetime, the less likely you'll have early development of cataracts. Yes.
Yes.
So, I was never a sunglass wearer, and when last time I went to get my eyes checked, the doctor did say I had the early beginnings, whatever, of cataracts.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
and I couldn't tell you that. I mean, I see perfectly now with new glasses, but apparently not. Maybe I am having a little bit of a thing. But anyway, so if you can, you know what? I would say go to the eye doctor and say, I'm going to get some sunglasses for my little child in the stroller.
Exactly.
What's a good, because I don't know if those like Disney sunglasses are any good. They might be. I don't know.
They say they're not because the lenses aren't.
Oh, really?
Aren't very protective. They just look cool.
Yeah.
They do. They look cool.
And speaking of cool, the last suggestion as summertime hits us, and of course you live in Florida, so you know this already. Stay cool. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster.
We're going to keep families together, but the border is going to be just as tough as it's been.
President Trump in Duluth, Minnesota, talking about his executive order ending the policy of family separation at the border. Around 2,300 kids brought here illegally have been taken from their parents, some brought to New York City.
The youngest to come here, they told us, was 9 months old. How is it possible that none of us knew there were 239 kids right here in our own city?
Mayor Bill de Blasio. The NBA draft is tonight.
The Phoenix Suns will get things started tonight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. First on the clock for the first time in franchise history. Most projections have the Suns selecting Arizona for DeAndre Ayton with the first pick, which would mark the first time a player has been drafted by an NBA team in the same state at his school since LeBron James was taken by the Cleveland Cavaliers out of high school in 2003.
Fox's Matt Napolitano in New York, Sacramento, Atlanta, and Memphis pick next. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Pros in the know start with Lowe's, because Lowe's saves pros money toward their bottom line when they shop during our Cobalt Tool Savings Event. Stop in today for great deals like up to 35% off select Cobalt tools and tool storage, including our Cobalt 24-volt max half-inch drive brushless cordless impact wrench kit, now for just $199. So, Pro, now that you know, let's get started. Offer valid through 7/9 while supplies last. See store for details. U.S. only.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Ad Council. Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Attention WOCA listeners. Do you or someone you know